Hello. So, I've procrastinated enough and I've finally got round to filming this voiceover at 10 past 10 on a Wednesday night. So, yay! So, this set is on my lovely mother. These are her holiday nails because she's away at the moment. Her and my dad, lucky them. I wish I was there, but oh well, not to worry. Yeah, so we've got some netted encapsulated, we've got some netted imprinted, we've got some triple ombres, we have crystals. So yeah, there's quite a bit going on in this set. I'm using magenta, blue jeans, and I think peach sorbet. So, as you can see there, I just did a full nail of magenta. These nails have all been prepped, tips applied because they're a fresh set, and they've got a clear layer of acrylic on. So on these ones, I'm going in with really, really wet beads of acrylic, and I'm using my NAIO's Max Adhesion. And at the minute, I'm using the Tracy Lou size 10 brush. Now, I was using also the clear acrylic I'm using is the Nailmate Clear. So I'm just putting them on really wet and trying to blend them as best I can. I wasn't massively fussed on the blend because I knew I was going to do the blend over the top as well, hence the triple ombre, and then I was going to cap it. So like I wasn't overly concerned about the blend too much. And as well, when you've got two really pigmented colours like this, it's proper hard to blend. But anyway, so yeah, so with this brush, I started using the brush because I love Tracy. She's one of my absolute all-time favourites to watch. Lovely person, just great in general. And I've got quite a few of her glitters now, and they are absolutely amazing. So, oh, and the tips. And the tips are really good as well. So I started using the brush, but I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know whether it's because I've hardly used it or what. I don't know, but it's like, how can I explain it? Like, this is going to sound really bizarre, but it's a little bit stiff. I don't know. Like, God, explaining this is going to sound horrendous. This video is probably going to get deleted off YouTube, but I don't like it. I mean, I like it when it's like more floppy. No, not floppy. Movable, bendy. No, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the bristles aren't soft enough for my personal thing. I don't know, but like I say, maybe it's because I've hardly used it. I don't know. Maybe I need to break it in. That also sounds weird. Whatever. Moving on. So, ring finger. I'm encapsulating some pink netting. I just applied some of my CJP gripper glue. Put that down. Put the netting on. Wait for it to stick. I'll trim the edges and then I'll cap it in clear. Pointer finger is just going to be a full nail of blue jeans. That colour, I mean, look how pigmented that is. That was one bead of acrylic, that. Like, is there any need in that? Also, excuse my nails because they're absolutely disgusting. I'd been working all day at this point and they were just disgusting, minging, trashed. Like, just, yeah. Anyway, moving on from that. So I'll just shut up for a bit until something else happens. Oh, yeah. Anyway, film in the background today is Days of Thunder. Yes. So now I am going to shut up. Just until something else happens, though, obviously. Okay, so we point a finger again on that blue jeans one. We're going in with some striping tape. It's like an iridescent pink. I thought it'd look really nice with this set. So I just put that on, trim the excess off the edge, and then when I come to cap the nails, I cap that as well. If you're using striping tape, just cap it. It's far easier. You know it's going to stay. It's not going to peel off. Just cap it. So this is where I'm sure this is where I start thinking, I can't work with this brush. I do this ombre here with peach sorbet, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And like, I don't know. I don't even know whether you can tell. I don't know. I don't know whether it's the type of hair. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at them and see like what they're made out of and everything, and just see what the crack is, because I need to know. It's probably me. It's probably me being an absolute doyle and like not using it properly or not prepping it properly. But I've started doing the thumb here, and usually I like to have my brush, I like tuck it behind the bead kind of thing to get it nice and smooth at that cuticle. But for some reason, could our balls get this smooth? I could not do it. Like, my application was crap. You probably can't even tell by the video, but see as they're trying to pat that bit out in the corner, I don't know what it was. So I had to down tools and swap brushes. So now I've swapped to me Glitter Planet or Nailmate size 14 magic sticks. I just had to swap brushes because I don't know. I couldn't work with the other one, which really annoys me because I love Tracy so much. It's so frustrating. But like I say, it's probably just me, so I need to do some research on it. Anyway, moving on. I'm now starting a cap, and I'm using the Nailmate Clear. I bought this ages and ages and ages ago, and I mentioned it in my last video that I was going to try it out, and I really liked it. I'll tell you the standout thing with this. You do not get any air bubbles at all. That's one thing that does me head in a bit about NAIO, is I get air bubbles now and then. Not all the time, just now and then. With this, I'm not joking, 0 air bubbles. It's very different to work with compared to NAIO, so my application's a bit different, and I'm sort of like fannying on with it a bit more and going like to and fro kind of thing. But the clarity of it is amazing. Like, it is so clear, and yeah, just no air bubbles at all. I don't know whether you can tell by just even looking at it there. It's dead like, I don't know, I can't explain it. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. So Nailmate, check it out, which is like the Glitter Planet website. So yeah, just getting all of these capped. So we're going to swap to the other hand because it's slightly different. So I've kept parts in of the other hand, not all parts, because some nails are the same. But anyway, so this hand, we decided to do a netting imprint. So on the other hand, I encapsulated the netting. This hand, I'm just using the netting to imprint, and then I fill it with pink. But after we did it, I said to my mum, I said, you know what? I said, I should have, in the gaps, I should have put the blue jeans just to change it up from the other one, because it looked too similar to the one that I encapsulated. But never mind, you know, it still looked lovely, but I just wish I'd put blue jeans in the little gaps rather than the magenta. But yeah, so what you want to do when you're imprinting with netting, try and do one bead application if you can, because you want it all to set at the same time. Get your netting and dip your netting either in clear powder or dip it in the powder that you're going to be putting it into. It just makes it easier to go in, and it releases easier from the acrylic. A bit like when you're baking and you put your flour down and then you put like your pastry so it doesn't stick, that type of thing. And so you imprint it in when it starts to go matte, and then just very, very gently ease it out. Sometimes it doesn't work perfect, you can't get it out perfect, and there's like little bits that move about, but you can sort of maneuver them about. Like here, you can see there where it was still a little bit wet and they're a bit iffy, but it's fine. Then I'm going in with that magenta, and I'm just picking up really, really wet beads of acrylic, just getting it in there and really making sure that's rubbed right into all those little like cracks. And then what happens is, when you come to file, you'll file all of that excess pink away, and you'll just be left with where it's like filled in the gaps kind of thing. So swap back to the other side now. This is the one where the netting was encapsulated, and on the middle finger we're just going to do a little flower, just like a rose typey sort of flower thing. It's not even a rose. I don't know, it's probably not even a type of flower, it's just a flower. So yeah, I'm using magenta to do that, and I'm using me Kirsty Megan Alicia brush, the little 3D side of the brush. That's a great shot, that, Michelle. Yeah, oh, there we go, we're back in shot. So yeah, as always, place your beads on, wait for them to start matting off. Once they go matte, that is when it's time to work with them. If you try and start patting and pressing them while they're still wet, it's going to slide all over the place, and it's going to be an absolute mess, and you're going to make your job 10 times harder than it actually needs to be. So just wait for them to go matte, then start moving them. So yeah. So once we finish that flower, I'm going to go back to the other hand, And on the middle finger, on the other hand, the one where we actually did the imprint of the netting, I'm using my NAIO Nails Acrygel in It's Clear Dear. If you haven't tried this to secure your crystals on, oh my god, just get it. Just do it. Literally get it, because you'll never, ever, ever use anything else again. It's amazing. So I'm just using that Kirsty Meakin brush again, because it's great for using it with this as well. As long as you clean that brush, you can use it with acrylic, and you can use it like this. Like, it's amazing. Like, you can't go wrong with it. I don't use a separate gel brush anymore when I'm using my Acrygel. I just don't need to. So I'm just popping that on there. Now, what I should have done as well is I've put the crystals on as well. The little crystals I just adhered with CJP gripper glue. The big one I have on the other hand, I put that on with the Acrygel. But when you use your Acrygel, top coat it first, don't cure it, then put your crystals in, then cure it, sorry. Because what I did was, I forgot, cause it's weird, I don't know why I did this, because I've never ever forgotten before, but I did this day. I put my Acrygel on, then I put my crystals in, then I cured it, then I had to then put the top coat on because it had a tacky layer. But what I should have done is put the Acrygel on, then put the top coat on, then put the crystals on, and then once it's cured, you don't have no tacky layer, and you don't have to try and go around all the bloody bits. So yeah, I'm just using my CJP tack-free top gloss, one of my absolute favourites. It's a beautiful, beautiful top coat. I switched from this one to the NAIO one, to the Nail Mate Super Gloss, or the Blue Sky No Wipe top coat. I like all of them. They all get the job done. They're all really nice. You know, yeah. But for some reason, this one has like a nice smell to it. It's like a sweet smell. So, yeah. So, all the crystals I use are real Swarovski crystals, either from Blue Streak Crystals, or Scatter Crystals, or Crystal Parade. A lot of those companies have online stores on eBay as well, so you can actually get quite a few bits and bobs off there, but just make sure you're buying them from a proper place to make sure you're getting actual genuine Swarovskis. So yeah, so you can see I got the thumb as well there, and that one I did like a blue iridescent stripe and tape. So yeah, once they are all top coated, I just cure them in the lamp, get rid of any dust, cuticle oil, and there's the finished look. So thank you very much. Bye.